Hi, my name is Rachel and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I just thought it might be fun to chat about all of the arcs I have on my NetGalley shelf. Some of them have already been published, but most of them are yet to publish. And then maybe at the end of this video, you can help me prioritize some of these awesome reads. I will be looking at my iPad, so sorry if I'm glancing down. Let's start with the books that have already been published. The first one I have here is Queen of Shifting Sands by Caitlin Carter Brown. This one came out on March 12th of this year, 2024. The description says, "A crownless queen, a cursed prince, one summer to live. The stars have aligned in the kingdom of Instinold, or so Lystra believes, as she eagerly awaits her wedding day. Her beloved, the king, is everything her heart desires, but when a brutal attack leaves her betrothed dead and Instinold on the cusp of collapse, she finds her future in ruins. And the throne beyond her reach, with invasion looming across the desert, Lystra refuses to let grief keep her from defending her kingdom, even if that means forging a marriage alliance with Elric, the brother of her last love, a prince shrouded in secrets." There's a couple more paragraphs, but I feel like it's going to give me too much information and I don't really want to know much more than that. This one sounds good. I'm not really sure why I haven't reached for it yet. I think maybe because when I first read the synopsis, I misunderstood it and I didn't realize she was like happily betrothed. I thought it was a like marriage of convenience, but I still think I could like this one. So let me know what you think. The next one I have that's already been published is Of Jade and Dragons by Amber Chen. This one came out on June 18th of this year, 2024. This one says, Mulan meets Iron Widow in this thrilling silk punk fantasy about a girl who must disguise herself as a boy and enter the famed and dangerous Engineers Guild trials to unravel the mystery of her father's murder. 18-year-old Hui Ying dreams of becoming a world-class engineer like her father, but after his sudden murder, her life falls apart. Left with only a journal of her father's engineering secrets and a jade pendant snatched from the assassin, a heartbroken Ying follows the trial to the capital and prestigious Engineers Guild, a place that harbors her father's hidden past, determined to discover why anyone would threaten a man who ultimately chose a quiet life over fame and fortune. Disguised as her brother, Ying manages to infiltrate the guild's male-only apprenticeship trial with the help of an unlikely ally. I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher this name. Ogia Yiyang, the taciturn 8th Prince of the High Command. With her father's renown placing a target firmly on her back, Ying must stay one step ahead of her fellow competitors, the jealous guildmasters, and the killer still hunting for her father's journal. I really like when stories have an aspect where it's like there's a journal or some kind of text or like secret code that the main character has and like holds near and dear to them, and they like have read it a million times, and then like all of a sudden something happens and they're like, is there more to this than I thought? And then they keep reading it, but then they learn new information, and then when they read the text again, it like changes the meaning of the text, or they like see a secret code in the text or whatever. And I just love that. So I really hope that this plays into that a little bit, since it kept mentioning her father's journal. So that one sounds super intriguing as well. The next one I have here is Adrift in Currents, Clean and Clear by Seanan McGuire. And this one is due to be published on January 7th, 2025. I'm definitely getting this one soon, don't get me wrong. This is, I believe, the 10th book in the Wayward Children series, and I love this series so much. This book follows Nadia. Nadia had 3 mothers, the one who bore her, the country that poisoned her, and the one who adopted her. Nadia never considered herself less than whole, not until her adoptive parents fitted her with a prosthetic arm against her will, seeking to replace the one she'd been missing from birth. It was cumbersome, it was uncomfortable, it was wrong, it wasn't her. Frustrated and unable to express why, Nadia began to wonder until the day she fell through a door into Belreka, the land beneath the lake, and found herself in a world of water filled with child-eating amphibians, majestic giant turtles, and impossible ships that sailed as happily beneath the surface as on top. In Belreka, she found herself understood for who she was, a drowned girl, who had made her way to a real home, accepted by the river and its people. But even in Belreka, there are dangers and trials, and Nadia soon finds herself fighting to keep hold of everything she had come to treasure. I love this series. I will definitely be getting to this one soon, probably in December. The next arc I have that's not published yet is Grave Empire by Richard Swan. This will be out on February 4th, 2025. The description of this one says, "Blood once turned the wheels of an empire. Now it is money. A new age of exploration and innovation has dawned, and the empire of the wolf stands to take its place as the foremost power in the known world. Glory and riches await. But dark days are coming. A mysterious plague has broken out in the pagan kingdoms to the north, while in the south, the Empire's proxy war in the lands of the Wolfmen is weeks away from total collapse. Worse still is the message brought to the Empress by 2 heretic monks, who claim to have lost contact with the spirits of the afterlife. The monks believe that this is the start of an ancient prophecy heralding the end of days, the Great Silence. It falls to Renata Rayner, a low-ranking ambassador to an enigmatic and vicious race of mermen, to seek answers from those who still practice the arcane arts. But with the road south beset by war and the empire on the brink of supernatural catastrophe, soon there may not be a world left to save. This sounds so crazy good. Like a prophecy, mermen, monks, wolfmen. I don't know who they are, but they sound cool too. I have not yet read a Richard Swan book. I do have his other book. Is it The Justice of Kings? I'll put it here. I definitely have that on my Kobo, and I think I'm going to read the Grave Empire one first and then circle back to his other series, because that one I believe is a finished trilogy. Obviously, Grave Empire is coming out in 2 months, so it won't have sequels yet. But I think I'm going to read that one first. It sounds incredible. I can't wait to dive in, and I have a feeling I'm going to fall in love with that book. The next book I have here that is not yet to be released is Green Teeth by Molly O'Neill. This will be out on February 25th of 2025. This says, beneath the still surface of a lake lurks a monster with needle-sharp teeth, hungry and ready to pounce. Jenny Greenteeth has never spoken to a human before, but when a witch is thrown into her lake, something makes Jenny decide she's worth saving. Temperance doesn't know why her village has suddenly turned against her, only that it has something to do with the malevolent new pastor. Though they have nothing in common, these two must band together on a magical quest to defeat the evil that threatens Jenny's lake and Temperance's family, as well as the very soul of Britain. This one sounds so cute. I think it's cozy fantasy, and I think it might be sapphic. I think Jenny and Temperance might have a romance. I kind of hope they do. But I love the concept of like this like evil like lake spirit being like, oh, well, I should save this person for some reason instead of eating them. And then they go on a quest together. That's really cute. I can't wait to read it. It sounds so fun. The next book I have here is A Drop of Corruption by Robert Jackson Bennett, and this will be out on April 1st, 2025. This is the sequel to The Tainted Cup, and we once again are following Anna and Din on a mystery. In the canton of Yarrowdale, at the very edge of the Empire's reach, a treasury officer has disappeared into thin air, vanishing from a room with a heavily guarded tower, its door and windows locked from the inside. To solve the case, the Empire calls on its most brilliant and mercurial detective, the great Anna Delabra. At her side, as always, her bemused assistant, Denios Cole. Anna soon discovers that they are investigating not a disappearance but a murder, and one of surpassing cunning, carried out by an opponent who can pass through warded doors like a ghost. There's a little bit more, but I don't want to read it because it is a mystery. But I really, really loved the first one. That was also my first Robert Jackson Bennett, and I thought his world building was really like subtle but clever and witty. And I think Anna was like a crackpot, like almost female Sherlock, and Din is like a sweet bean who like slowly gains a backbone over the course of that book. So can't wait to see what they get up to next. The next book I have here is one that is a little bit out of my comfort zone. It's called Cat's People, and it's by Tanya Guerrero. This will also be out on April 1st, 2025. The description for this one says, Nuria, a single by choice barista with a little resentment for the crazy cat lady label, is a member of the Meow Yorkers, a group in Brooklyn who takes care of the neighborhood's stray cats. On her volunteering days, she starts finding post-it notes left by a secret admirer in an area where she feeds her favorite stray, a black cat named Cat. Like most felines, he is both curious and observant, so of course he knows who the notes are from. Nuria, however, is clueless. Are the notes from Colin, a best-selling author and self-proclaimed hermit with a weakness for good coffee? Are they from Lily, a fresh out of high school Georgia native searching for a long-lost half-sister? Are they from Omar, the beloved neighborhood mailman going through an early midlife crisis? Are they from Bong, the grieving widower who owns Nuria's favorite bodega? When Kat suddenly falls ill, these 5 strangers find themselves bonding together in their desire to take care of him, and discover that the chance encounters can lead to the meaningful connections they've always been searching for. I think this one sounds really sweet. It is definitely out of my comfort zone because I don't really read a lot of like literary fiction, but I love the like mystery of like who are these post-it notes from, and I really am curious to see how all of these people's stories start to intertwine. And I just love that even though they're so different, they all come together to take care of a sick cat. Like, that is cute, and I love them for that because I would definitely help take care of Cat too. And the final arc that I have on NetGalley as of right now when I'm filming this is The Staircase in the Woods by Chuck Wendig. This will be out on April 29th, 2025. So I've also never read a Chuck Wendig before, don't come for me, but I requested this one because like it sounds crazy. It sounds like a little bit horror with like maybe some fantasy in there. This one says, 5 high school friends are bonded by an oath to protect one another no matter what. Then, on a camping trip in the middle of the forest, they find something extraordinary, a mysterious staircase to nowhere. One friend walks up and never comes back down. Then the staircase disappears. 20 years later, the staircase has reappeared. Now the group returns to find the lost boy and what lies beyond the staircase in the woods. So, initially, what had intrigued me to this one is I actually just read The Lost Story by Meg Schaefer earlier this year, and there was a similar premise where there was like a door in the woods the boys went through and got lost and then came back. However, in that one, we follow the boys who got lost, but in The Staircase in the Woods, it sounds like we're going to be following the friends who got left behind, and then once the staircase reappears and their friend comes back, I think we're going to get a lot of like, what happened to you, like what was going on in there. I can't actually tell if it's horror or maybe like speculative, but it does sound really interesting. I love a good like, where the fuck did you go story. So with that being said, I am really excited to get to that one as well. Out of all of these arcs, which one would you pick to prioritize if you had this list in front of you right now? And which one do you think I should prioritize or that I will like the best? If you know my reading tastes, which one do you think would be best for me? I'm definitely going to give all these a shot. I am intrigued to read all of them for different reasons. I think I'm for sure going to get to the Shauna McGuire book in December because it's so short and it comes out soon in January. And I'm really excited for all of them, honestly. And I'm so happy to have been approved for these. So thank you so much to NetGalley for giving me this gift. If you made it this far in the video, leave a... Is there a reindeer emoji? Leave a reindeer emoji if there's a reindeer. If not, just leave like a moose or something down in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!